are claiming, what you are saying can actually be tested, can be verified. Now that would be done through testing of hypothesis. That you will run trials, you will conduct trials with patients, administer them properly, give them your drug, give them the other drugs and monitor them, and then make a conclusive decision that whether what you are claiming is actually justified or not. That is testing. Now, while you are doing this testing, unknowingly, you are also doing one more part of the statistical procedure, which is estimation. Let's say I say that, okay, a certain medicine can heal my headache in, let's say, 50 minutes. So if it can heal my headache in 50 minutes, the idea is to actually gather a big sample of, let's say, 500 people, give them the medication and see that does, on an average, it heals it in 50 minutes or not, irrespective of the age of the patient, irrespective of the reason of the headache, irrespective of the duration of the day, right? So now when the idea is that does on an average, it does that. On an average, the minute I use the word on an average, there is certain thing that I'm calculating, which is the average value. So that is what is called the estimation part. Now when you estimate it, like saying that it is going to heal it in 50 minutes, that's a point estimation. On point, you are giving one number. When you say that, okay, it's going to heal it in a window of 40 to 60 minutes, then that is an interval estimation. You are restricting yourself within an interval. So there comes the picture of interval. So while testing, you are automatically doing point estimation or interval estimation. Then the third aspect which I talked about was your predictive analysis, right? When you try to predict. Now when you try to predict, that is little bit more complex because now you are trying to create or form a model out of it. The idea is to generate some kind of model which will have the capability to actually predict a certain outcome. Let me give you an idea about it. So let's say, for example, this is a linear regression curve. We all know that okay, height and weight of an individual are very much related, right? This, even I tell my 4-year son that, okay, if you don't eat much, then your height would not increase, and so your weight would be affected by it. So they are correlated. If you are a taller person, by default, you will be slightly heavyweight as compared to a non-taller person, right? There is more science to it, bone density and everything, not getting into the science part of it. We are aware of this kind of relationship. Utilizing this relation, a BMI has been formed, body mass index. Right? Now we have a very simple concept of body mass index. You look at your body mass index, you get to know whether you are a balanced person, whether you are an obese person, or whether you are a underweight person, right? So instead of using height and weight, instead we use BMI because we know that there is some kind of relationship that exists. Now despite knowing that there is a certain kind of relationship that exists, and let's say I can even tell you that, okay, for a minute, let's assume that there is a 0.80 degree of relationship between weight and height, 80%, some kind of relationship. Even if I give you that and I kind of tell you my height here, you cannot predict my weight. Because they are related, but under what formula exactly, under what relation, with what terminologies they are actually related, that you cannot justify. So predictive modeling is constructing such a formula, making such an equation that you can actually rightly predict certain outcomes. That is what predictive learning is all about. Now, predictive learning can be of multiple types. It can be of linear regression. It can be of logistic regressions. To differentiate between the two, because you will be using it very, very often, when do we use linear regressions and when do we use logistic regressions? Let's say, for instance, I want to classify on the basis of the symptoms whether a patient has a severe or a mild level of disease, right? So when the severity or the mildness of the disease is concerned, or the fact that, okay, I have a stage 4 or a stage 3 of a terminal disease, and the patient is going to survive or not survive, right? So when that kind of analysis needs to be done, the kind of predictive modeling you do is called logistic regression. That's logistic regression. It's basically, if I tell you in simple words, it is like you have categorical information, and you are trying to choose one of which category does it falls into. So that kind of a study is your logistic regression. Then the easier one is linear regressions. Linear regressions are quite easy here. You can say that, okay, let's say if a certain person gets his alkaline level to a certain degree or certain units of measurement, with what factors does it get associated? Is it associated to him having some kind of background, his biological history? Is it because of his demographic characteristics? Is it because of his BMI? Is it because of the fact that he exercises or not exercises? Is it because of the dietary habits he have? So when under certain factors you try to predict one variable, that is your linear regression. Both of them are your predictive techniques. One is used when you are predicting it under certain factors, and the other is when you are trying to classify in out of the two groups. Then there is something called survival analysis. Now this is again part of AI, a very fast growing thing. Survival analysis. This is mostly related to kind of terminal disease scenarios. I have a few examples here, like trying to estimate the survival rate of cancer patient under different treatments. Let's say there are 3 or 4 different types of treatment strategies. Which treatment procedure tends to have a higher survival rate? Now that can be done through survival analysis. Investigating that how long it takes for a disease to reoccur after an initial treatment has been given. What are the chances that it would reoccur and you will again have to come back, right? That is again doing prediction. So that these kind of predictions are done through survival analysis. Now, data analysis techniques. Now, as I said that there are few techniques. Predictive modeling you can do testing of hypothesis, but based on your study type, you decide, like, what is a study type? The kind of patients you have and how you have collected that data, that is your study. That decides the type of your study. For different study types, you can run different types of techniques or analysis. There are so many types of studies, if I tell you, and there might be few more that I might have not written here, given the space, right? So there are different types of studies types, whether it's an exploratory study, is it some kind of confirmatory study, are you going to do some kind of observational study, is it correlational, is it a clinical study, is it a cross-sectional study, is it a follow-up study? Different types of studies will have different types of techniques, how they will be used there. Now, for instance, if I say cross-sectional study, now this is the most basic kind of study that you can do, cross-sectional study. This study is what? This study is that, let's say I collect data of 100 patients from a hospital, that's it. Irrespective of the fact which kind of diseases they have come to get administered there for, what are their age groups, what is their gender, nothing. Just a bunch of people selected from a same place. That is a cross-sectional data, cross-species data, right? Species not in the sense that they are not all humans, of course they're all humans. Species different crossed in the sense that for different things they might be there. Different age groups, different genders, some could be for diabetes, some could be for hypertension, some could be for some liver problem, fatty liver issues, different kidney problem, different scenarios. They're all bunched and clapped together, right? So what kind of studies we can do here? The purpose is to assess what kind of prevalence rate is there for a certain disease, or what are the risk factors associated with a certain disease. Now, when these are the kind of objectives you have in mind, then a cross-sectional study is the kind of study you would conduct. For instance, I say, okay, I want to know that, okay, in Uttar Pradesh, what is the prevalence of people having diabetes, right? Is it at par to what is it in overall India or not, right? Is it more? Is it less? So now this will be a part of a cross-sectional study. If I want to do an analysis and I want to see that, okay, is somehow stress related to hypertension, right? I want to assess that, okay, the degree of stress related to hypertension, is it? Or for instance, I say that, okay, let's say the shift the nurses are working in, right? The shifts they are working in, does that shift have some kind of impact in their alertness, right? That if they're constantly working in night shifts, how alert they are actually. Or if their shifts gets altered every second day, how alert are they, right? So that is an association test. When such a kind of a objective you have in mind, then the kind of a study design you will use is cross-sectional study. Next is your case control study. Now, case control study is the most common. Here you try to compare outcomes between 2 or more groups. Like one example I was just giving, that trying to monitor the accessibility of two different drugs, right? So now what? One set of people you will give the drug, one set of people perhaps you will not give the drug and see, okay, which of them heals better or quicker in time. So that is a case control study. One are your actual cases, one are the cases where you imply some kind of control strategy. You intervene. Intervention study. You apply some kind of intervention study. Like for instance, even in a classroom, let's say you're teaching in a nursing classroom, a teacher comes up and just teaches, like for instance the way I am delivering. I'm not seeking anything out of you right now. I'm just delivering my part. Now this is one way of teaching. The other way of teaching could be that when I actually stop for a moment and try asking back something from you, right? Then you would be a little more alert and little more understanding. So out of the two methods, if you ask me, over the years I have learned an interactive session is a much more learnable session, right? You get more out of it, you learn more out of it. But the format is that I'll not engage you right now. But in reality, that is what is more engaging. So how can I say that, or how can one say that? That is through a case control analysis. If you operate through a case control analysis strategy, that's what you will get to know. Then there are cohort studies, right? Cohort studies are another very, very important part of studies. They are like tracking patients' outcome over time. For instance, let's say I have 40 patients in ICU. They all got admitted at the same time. Now, what are the chances that they will get some or the other kind of infection being there, right? For a longer period, if you are there, you are bound to get some kind of infection over time. So the quicker you can heal, the better it is to move you from there, right? So what are the chances? Now, that is a cohort. All the people brought into that ICU or admitted there at the same time, they are all part of the same cohort. People born in the same year are probably part of the same cohort, right? When you bring in a bunch of students as first years, they are all part of one cohort. Now, who will learn how much and who will reach where is something that you can eventually see throughout your study. So from one particular cohort, who succeeded and who landed where and who landed where, right? So that's another cohort kind of a study. Then there are your randomized control trials, RCTs. These are, of course, trials. So you are doing the trial study here. They are randomized. Randomized how? Randomized in the sense as to you are not deliberately picking one type of patients there, right? Maybe one disease patients which you are trying to administer, but given that disease, other comorbidities are not all common. They are different. That is how you are randomizing it. That's how an RCT is developed. Let's say you are looking at fatty liver patients. So fatty liver is something that you want as a commonality, but you don't want their ages to be the same. You don't want them to all to be of the same gender. You don't want them all to have no diabetes, or all of them to have diabetes, or all of them to have hypertension with diabetes. No. Comorbidities you're not controlling, right? So that is a randomized control trial. That is a RCT kind of a study. Then there is meta-analysis. Now, meta-analysis is something very, very different. This is you are using already done work, existing literature. All the work that has already been done, you are utilizing all that work to give up a conclusion or make some more conclusive evidence. For example, evaluating multiple studies on vaccine effectiveness, right? There are, let's say, certain vaccine, numerous research has already been done. You make use of all those research to conclude that, okay, how effective or not effective that medication or vaccine could be. For instance, COVID vaccine was there. There were multiple that were given. Now you combine their all work and see that how effective it was to actually give it or not to give it. That kind of a study would be your meta-analysis. Then there is qualitative research. Now qualitative research is also one very important type of research. There are two main analyses that are done. Everything that I told so far does not apply to qualitative research. Qualitative research only has two types of things. It either has a thematic analysis or a sentiment. That's it. These are the only two major procedures which are used, and this kind of research are applied to open-ended questions, right? For example, for instance, this workshop gets over and every participant here is been given up with a set of questions and asked about their feedbacks, right? And we do not keep it as satisfactory, not satisfactory, and neutral. Instead, we keep it an open-ended. let people give their opinion, write about it, right? Then that kind of analysis is what is called qualitative. When you talk to a patient, you sit with him, have a discussion about how he felt throughout the time he was under your supervision, how he felt about it. Was he scared any time before or after a certain test was getting done? Now that kind of analysis is a qualitative analysis. Then there are mixed methods. Mixed methods are methods where you make use of both the aspects, qualitative as well as quantitative. Both the aspects are mixed. Let's say you are trying to do some psychological tests. There is a set of scaled surveys that you will give them. You know what their feedback means. Given ticked mark the certain thing, what it implies. And then there are certain open-ended questions that you have a conversation and get to know. And when you utilize both those information, make use of both the procedures, collectively what you get out of them is what is a mixed strategy. Then there are cluster analysis in healthcare. What are cluster analysis? When you're trying to group patients of a certain type based on their similar characteristics. For instance, grouping all the patients of a certain age group, grouping patients, all the patients who have a thyroid issue, right? Grouping all the patients who come with problems of kidney trouble, grouping them together and then sorting or analyzing them. Then that is a cluster analysis. Then there is decision trees and random forest. This is another predictive modeling technique. This is a very advanced version of predictive modeling, and what you try to predict here is you try to classify the patients. As I said, let's say cancer patients come up to you, which procedure or which stage they are at, that you will listen to their symptoms, you will get to understand the symptoms, and you will classify them in the different stages. Now that is what is decision making and random forest. Then there is time series analysis. Very easy example I'll give you of time series analysis. When unfortunate COVID thing happened, after the very first wave, nobody was understanding anything, but post that wave was gone. Second, third, and fourth wave, there were analysis. They were talk about it that, okay, how long this wave is going to last, how much impact it will have, how many people it will actually affect. Now, those kind of things were done through trend analysis, and that trend analysis is done through time series. Then finally, big data and machine learning. As I said, this is using large scale, very, not 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 data, but much, much larger set of data collectively, and then utilizing it to form one algorithm that can help you sort your predictive analysis. Then that is what is known as big data. For example, having one big set of bank where all the information of patients being brought to released, getting stored technically or technologically somewhere, then it gets same information gets collected for 10 different institutes and all gathered together. Now that one huge set of data is what is known as big data. And when you apply any algorithm that we discussed so far on that data, then it becomes machine learning for big data. Then what are the possible future directions in statistical learning? Now see, any kind of learning, whatsoever it is, future means that somehow you can have advancement that would only better the decision making, right? Better decision making capabilities, more accurately doing the predictions, because when you're trying to forecast, give an outcome, then the more accurate outcome is, the better it is. So the idea is to be more accurate, be more time oriented, be more patient care friendly. Those are the things that you will be more concerned about when you will talk about future advancements. And that's my last slide over here. And this says what? This says enhanced predictive analysis would help in early disease detection, right? Like if you have a better algorithm to run, maybe not after 3 stages you identify a cancer patient. Maybe you can do technologies that are that advanced that in a very initial stage it could actually be analyzed and can be predicted and can thus be more controlled, right? It does not have to be that, okay, half of my treatment is gone, half of my life is gone. Now with 2 months left, now the doctor is telling me, unfortunately, it is something that cannot be cured, right? Now it's neither his fault nor mine. It's the technology's fault. So let's try to build a technology that can ease that problem for us and help us predict much, much before, at least this much before, that we can actually do something about it, right? Like for instance, a test was run once, twice, thrice, 10th time it got run, and the 10th time it predicted something. That, okay, there is something which is cancerous in nature. Now, by that time, the amount of years that got lapsed cannot be brought back. The body is not that better now, so the cure will not work. So let's try to enhance and bring and make use of AI in a way that it can actually help us predict such things which are not as easily possible as by sound mind of ours yet. But with huge data, softwares can do that for us, right? They can give an advanced signals that, okay, constantly getting such a symptom means it's an early sign for a such a such disease. So let's be careful and manage accordingly our health. So that's the idea, and thank you so much.
Once more, give a big claps to madam, okay? Thank you, madam, for your excellent session. Of course, I'm very happy to say some few sentences on madam's session. She taught about full research process, methods, methodology, different types of studies, both in quantitative as well as in qualitative, and how to analyze it, okay, depending upon the objectives as well as the study. And also mainly concerned about big data analysis, and also in predictive analytics, okay, analysis as well as in analytics in an health or medicine or in nursing. If you see in overall, it is one of the finest topic in data collection as well as in data analysis. It was a very, very great learning. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your great session. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, please stay back. We need to felicitate you. So I request Dr. Kunur sir to kindly facilitate ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now let's proceed to plenary session 6, chaired by Professor Bindya Goyal, ma'am. Ma'am currently holds position as an academic director of Kailash Institute of Nursing and Paramedical Sciences. She owns this healthcare education college since 2004, Kailash Institute of Nursing and Paramedical Sciences, which is an A-rated mentor institution, presently running A&M, GNM, BSc Nursing, PPBSc Nursing and MSc Nursing programs and allied health sciences programs. Ma'am is a chemical engineer as well as a nursing professional with a gold medal in MSc Nursing. She is a member of CNPD Core Committee. Ma'am has over 30 years of experience in the field of research, environment, healthcare education, nursing institute administration, and management. Ma'am is associated with JPICO as senior advisor, nursing regulation for development of SBMER performance standards for schools and colleges of nursing, as well as development of teaching, learning, and clinical practice modules. Ma'am is also associated with UP State Medical Faculty for development of OSCE checklist for the state of Uttar Pradesh, also to conduct monthly CNPD continuing nursing professional development virtual sessions. She is member of governing body of UP Nurses and Midwives Council. Ma'am has various national and international publications, and ma'am also guides research work for BSc and MSc nursing students. We welcome you on the stage, ma'am. I would like ma'am to formally welcome Dr. Archana Maurya, ma'am, our speaker for plenary session 6. Also formally welcome her with a live plant. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a detailed introduction. Now I would like to invite Dr. Archana Maurya, ma'am, on stage, please. A very good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to congratulate the whole Samarpan Parivar, management, Principal Dr. Deepli Shukla ma'am and her dynamic team, and all the students sitting over there for organizing such a wonderful event. It's indeed an honor to be a part of it. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Archana Maurya ma'am. She is professor and vice principal, Srimati Radhika Bai Mahe Memorial College of Nursing. She has an extensive academic background in nursing, holding PhD in childhood nursing from DMI. Madam is also MPhil in health professional education from DMI and MSc in pediatric nursing from Bharati Vidyapeeth University, Pune. She did her BSc nursing from SSJM University, Kanpur. She has also earned an international ESME certification in medical education from AMI. Madam has over 24 years of experience in nursing education, research and leadership. She has held key positions such as HOD, PG coordinator, PhD supervisor, convener of education unit, contributing significantly to curriculum development, faculty training and student mentorship. She has also evaluated and supervised 28 PG theses and 6 PhD scholars, with 8 PhD candidates successfully awarded their PhD degree under her guidance. Madam is a certified assessor and inspector. She has served as an inspector for INC Council, Indian Nursing Council, an assessor for Maharashtra Nursing Council, and an assessor for NAC also. She has authored 2 books, Research Methodology and Publication Basics and Child Health Nursing, and has published 113 research articles in index journals like PubMed, Web of Science, and Scopus. She has presented 16 research papers, 11 posters at national and international conference. Her research work includes 12 registered copyrights and 1 patent in the final approval stage. Madam has received numerous prestigious awards, including the Best Nursing Teacher Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Florence Nightingale Award, and Research Excellence Award. She has been recognized as presenter in multiple times for scientific and poster presentation at the conference. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite her to share her views on digital health and patient education, empowering patients with knowledge and technology. Over to ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, given the legend in this one introduction about me. And thank you for the Samarpan Institute. They give the chance to me, and it's privilege to me that today I am standing here as a speaker. And another thing is that it is proud moment for me, because the all organization done by my student, Dr. Deepti Shukla. So please clap for him. Okay, so thank you so much. Before starting the session, just I want to ask some questions, but please rearrange your seat. Come in the first and second bench. Yes, last one. Please come in the front. We do one exercise, because नींद आ रही है ना सबको अभी lunch के बाद में. Small exercise, and I take only 30 to 40 minutes only. and he contribute with you. I'm not taking any boring lecture, traditional lecture. Your contribution is required here. Yes, everyone come. Yes, please rearrange immediately within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes. Because we are nursing personnel and we take the quick decision. Yes.
Make it fast, students.
So now, please make silence. Yes. How many students or beneficiary delegates they are working in the clinical? Yes, please raise your hand. Yes. How many are working in the clinical? No one? You all are student? Yes, but you posted in the clinical, no? Yes, so okay. So what app or what digital app you are use in your place? Just tell me. कुछ यूज करते हैं आप पेशेंट के लिए? सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं यूज करते हैं कुछ? Yes, क्या? Just tell me. Yes, yes. Any digital app used by you or your institution or the hospital for record of patient? Yes or no? No, this is wrong. All the hospital have the facility for the digital storage record. Okay, just we will start the my session. Thank you so much. Now we come to the topic. Please change the slide. So today's session topic regarding the digital health and the patient education. Please make silence. And this is very useful and fruitful session for you if you carefully listening. Okay? So just we start with the how it is empowering the patient with the education and technology. So these are the common outline. These are the specific outline for the today's session. I will quick and do fast. So no problem. Don't bow. The first one picture is here. You see the picture. And anyone tell me what is given in this picture? Yes? Anyone? Please raise your hand and give the little information regarding the picture. No? Mobile app दिख रहा है? Mobile health app is there. Personalized medication is there. Telemedicine is there. So these are app or digital health technology. It is a help in the patient education. So what do you mean by the digital health? So just I give in the very few information regarding the digital health. It is refer use of the digital technology such as the mobile app, wearing devices. You all are using all these things. And telemedicine, electronic health record. You use the electronic health record in your hospital for the patient? Electronic health record. We feed the data of the patient. So I think before that I asked the question, nobody says, no, हम लोग कोई नहीं use करते. So what is this? Okay, no problem. So here, why all these things will use that one, the digital health? It's because to improve the delivery of healthcare services and overall well-being of the patient. कैसे? It evolving that the technology of enhancing the health practices, making them more efficient and accessible for the personalized care. So it is help in the personalized care to the patient. Now, we come to the patient education. Yes, in the patient education, what do you mean by the patient education? It is the other hand, we say the patient education, it is not the new term, patient education. Already we give the health education to the parents or patient. आप लोग देते हैं? कैसे? In the which form? In the form of? Yes? Maybe you give the health education through the flags, through the charts, huh? Yes or no? Yes, okay. But now the time when we use the digital health, through the digital health, we give the education to the parents, to the patient. It is known as the digital health and patient education. Clear? The other thing is nothing in the this. Now we come. When the digital health and patient education come together. So when we give the digital, this one, through the digital health education to the patient, it's help to improve, or the combination, it's help to improving empowerment of the patient care. Clear? Now, how it's help the patient, provider and player. So this digital health, it is help to the patient, provider, it means that the provider means healthcare provider. It is a teamwork. Yes. On player, what do you mean by the player? Reduce the healthcare systems, okay, or management. Okay? Now the importance. Now we come to the importance of the digital health and patient education. So it is the integration of the digital health and patient education play a pilot or the important role for the healthcare or modern healthcare system. And it's provide the numerous benefit for patient as well as for the healthcare provider. So here we discuss one by one. Firstly, improve the access to care. This is very important part of the digital health. Health tools such as the telemedications, mobile app, all are help in the patient care. And the digital health tool that such as a medical telemedicine mobile app, it is help to the patient for the healthcare services and information about the healthcare. Sorry. Now we come to the enhancing patient education and empowerment. So here the one graph is there and one process. It is not the only one single steps we use for the engagement enhancing the patient engagement. Here the process is there. The first process, it is the patient participation. This is very important. How we can do the patient participation? Through the focus on the patient participation as a strategy. We plan the strategy, we will involve the patient in the healthcare. And the second, it is the patient-centeredness. And when the patient approaching or patient approach on that or specify that conditions, that time say the patient approach for the engaging of patient. And third part, it is enhancing that one empowerment. What happened when the patient is engaged? Patient, this one centralized care is there, so automatically the empowerment of the shown in the patient care. So it's helped to increase engagement, lead to better self-management and informed decision making also. So this is important. Then the personalized healthcare. How we say the personalized healthcare? Yes? So digital health technology it's help to plan the care of individualized basis. Some disadvantages also there because it is very difficult to provide the personalized care, but we plan the some strategy and provide the personalized care to the patient. Then better health outcome. Through the digital health, we provide the better outcome to the patient. How we provide the better outcome to the patient? For example, they are more likely to adherence on the prescribed treatment, prevention of disease condition, follow the preventive strategies, and engage in the healthy behavior. Through that, we provide the better outcome of the patient. And better disease prevention is also through the digital health. Before starting any disease condition or severity, we stop the conditions or reduce the severity of the condition. Then improving the communication. This is also very important. Now you say, ma'am, how you say the digital health, it is improve the communication. Anyone tell me how it's improve the communication? the verbal communication is there, but it is also, if the person is assessed easily, that time it's also help in improving the communication between the patient and care provider, maybe the nursing personnel, maybe the doctor. Now the literacy of education, this is the key element of the digital health, is improve the health literacy and helping to patient understand the medical terminology, the treatment protocol, and the implication of their health conditions or decision. So through this, just we increase the health literacy and education to the patient. Then support for the mental and emotional well-being. How we support this one, the digital health to the emotional and mental well-being? So here, the digital health platform now, including the resources of mental health. For example, such as the mindfulness app and mental health screening, virtual therapy session. Through that, we improve the emotional and mental health of the patient. You heard the mindfulness? सुना है क्या? Mindfulness, number of workshop is there, mindfulness. So means mindfulness is means improvement in the mentally, okay? So they organize the workshop or arrange the workshop, or we can approach directly in digitally. Now, it is the important for the digital health and patient education cannot overstate it. But there are the advancement, empowerment of patient, enhancing the health care delivery and improving the outcome, and it make the healthcare more personalized, efficient, and accessible. So overall, the digital health is improve the patient education and improve the patient care health standard. Now we come to empowerment of the patient with knowledge and technology. From beginning, I think from morning, just we listen how it's help in the preparing the thesis, preparing the other the educational part, but now the empowering the patient also through the digital health. So here empowering the patient with the knowledge and technology is that important theme of the modern health. It's emphasizing the role of education, digital tool, and technology advancement. Is giving the patient more control over their health treatment and decision also. It is not only decision of the caremaker, care provider, it is decision of the patient is there. We provide the all aspect to the patient, or what problem is there, and they select, we give the input also. And this approach not only improving the patient outcome, but it also help to faster or more collaborative in information relationship with the patient and healthcare provider, because the one-to-one approach is there. One patient, one provider. So directly, if you're chatting with them for the health issues or health problem, to give decision or they give the information or strategy according to your health problem, not the other, okay? Now in the patient education, you saw the picture here? In the picture, if we teach anything, if we, now the time the number of condition is there, so some new condition, patient they don't know anything, so मैं उनको किस तरह से बताना है? So with the help of images, with the help of videos, so उनका all the जो ये है थोड़े से misconception है, some problem is there, maybe it is immediately clear. Okay? I give the one example. I think 1 month before, the one patient came for the बाल पूरे चले गए थे पेशेंट के, ओके, बाल, हेयर इन द यंगस्टर की मैं बात कर रही हूँ. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो द प्रॉब्लम ना. सो अब वो इतना परेशान हो रहा था कि मुझे कैसे इम्प्रूवमेंट करना है, बिकॉज हेरिडिटरी प्रॉब्लम इज देयर. सो ही कंसर्न विद द डॉक्टर थ्रू द डिजिटल. दे टेल अबाउट दैट द हाउ यू ट्रीट इट, हाउ इट इज इम्प्रूविंग योर हेल्थ, everything, and after that the person is ready to do the hair transplantation. So this is a simple example about that, how we improve the patient education, one-to-one approach. Then telemedicine and virtual health, you all are aware that the telemedicine and virtual health, how it's helped to the patient in the education way, and what treatment is required, what strategy plan for that, everything. Then the app, the number of app is there. How many students they use watches में apps रहते ना, steps और heartbeat and और क्या है? Yes, yes, you are the younger ना, तुम लोग को बहुत अच्छे से आइडिया मेरे से ज़्यादा. और other good BMI, very nice. And so what is this? This is the digital health, and it's help you, you reduce the problems, you prevent the conditions or disease conditions, okay? Nothing is new, please. Nothing is new, everything you know. Now, electronic health record. What do you mean by the electronic health record? These records used in the hospital. So give the patient easy accessible and their own medical records. If I want to assess, अगर suppose मैंने यहाँ पे दिखाया है अपना कोई केस लखनऊ में in any hospital, that record also they convey to the other doctor but in the security manner. Okay, security manner. Not ये कि हाँ पे हमने उस पूरी information को हर तरफ में हमने ये किया. So through the app we use all the information, immediately transfer from one doctor to the another physician if it is required for the consultant purpose. And AI and productivity analytics. You all know about the AI from beginning, from morning we see the use of AI, use of AI. Now I tell you, in my institution, for the PhD program, the students they came, they do the thing, they make the, write the problems, and immediately they say, put in the AI, and all the thesis writing is over. But not like this. We use the AI for help, but the critical thinking we do, not the AI. Because AI को क्या करना है जो हावी नहीं होना. I'm not saying here the today's platform is a digital health AI, so we not against on that, but we also use our mind. And supporting the community. So what overall the meaning is, अगर suppose आपने digital health use किया है, तो it support the your community. If the patient is involved, it means automatically the community is supported. Then informed consent and digital health. How many students take the informed consent in any, how many hospitals they take the informed consent through the digital health? Only in the writing or they use anything? Only writing, okay. But now the time, I think in some hospital in the Lucknow also they use the informed consent through the digital tool. But I don't know कि आपके यहाँ पे है नहीं है, but है hospitals they use the tool for the informed consent, because this type of record is not damaged. पेपर को क्या करना है, आपको कहीं से दूसरी जगह रखना है तो उसको मीन्स आपके उसकी सेफ्टी के लिए भी थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम आती है, बट डिजिटल रिकॉर्ड वी कैन स्टोर लॉन्ग टाइम. Then patient portal is also there. They write their problems, and the provider they give the solution on that portal and solve the problem. Next is, if the digital health is there, and this one patient education is there, challenges is also occur. So number of challenges also, bias is there in the digital health. So it is not meaning कि bias or challenges है तो हमको बिल्कुल बंद करना है. We not use the digital health. We use the digital health, but we plan the strategy for how we overcome from that challenges. So one by one, the personalized digital health. Why I'm telling regarding this one, this is the one type of the challenge, because the one side fit for the digital health tool may not meet to the specific need of the all patient. Already in the beginning I told you, it is not feasible for the all patient, that particular digital health, but how we can overcome, how we plan the strategy. So for that, development personalized content and interfaces that cater in the different learning style, literacy level, language, we can convert. If the person is no Hindi, we convert in the Hindi. If the Marathi or other language, we convert on that language, according to age group and other. So for example, just I give the one example is the personalized digital health tool, how we overcome which challenge. So patient education material by age, language preference, and conditions such as the offering video, interactive module, and written consent. So we solve this problem. Next is, next please. Ensuring accessibility of the all patients. So here the challenge having the skill and ability assess to understand, evaluate use of the information and services, make the information decision for maintain the good health. But it is not for applicable all the patients. Some patients have not means accessible that particular software. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर सपोज मैं भी हूँ, मैं कर रही हूँ, ठीक है, बट अगर मैंने और किसी को बोला तो हो सकता है मोर इंटेलिजेंट एंड मोर फ्लेक्सिबल एंड दे आर यूजिंग वेरी नाइसली accessibility. So the problem comes when the person is not accessible that particular digital. So during that time, how we can use that means as a strategy plan for that. So decision or design of the digital health platform to including ensuring that accessible people with the disability. For example, at end of the work, assess various device including the basic phone also. So now in the mobile, what facilities there? If you not type the spelling, you not write the language or spelling or sentence or the meaning, so what happened? What can you do? Wise, yes, correct, absolutely correct. So इस टाइप का हमें उसमें changes करने पड़ेंगे and it is helpful or we can plan for that, overcome for that problem. Improving the health literacy, so we provide some information to the patient before starting the app. Next is ensuring the patient privacy and data security. So for that, it is very important how you plan the strategy that establish the, especially ensure the transparency on that about the data. It will be used and additional educate patient about the protection of data. Sometimes cyber crime is too much ना, बोलते ना मोबाइल हैक हो गया, क्या होता है उसमें, कैसे हैक होता? अभी I think 1 month before in the my institution, all the administrative persons, they hacked the mobile, all the administrative from the university. At within I think 10 minutes सबका hack हो गया mobile, all the data goes in the somewhere else. So before that, the productivity it is important, and this is also used for the during the health education also. Utilize the virtual coaching and telehealth. We give the visual coaching or virtual coaching to the patient. Continue evaluation and feedback also required for improvement of any type of the technology or digital. Then, by addressing these challenges and employing these strategy, digital health tool can become more effective, enhancing the patient education and improving the outcome and empowering the patient to take more effective role in managing their health. This is in the short about the digital health. Okay. So we take, when we give the any health education to the patient, that time we keep some point in the mind, we provide the proper information to the patient and some strategy plan अगर वो नहीं उनको पता है तो we will tell them and we start the use of digital health. Okay, and this digital health giving the number of research studies that proven 2-3 study I put here, but it is proven the digital health it is effective for the patient education. Now the summary. So the digital health is the education platform give the patient easily accessible and knowledge as a realized that for reaching the nature and digital tool. So overall the meaning is the effectiveness of the digital health to the patient care and in clinical. So as a nursing personnel, we know about the use of digital health and we know about the disadvantage or problems or barriers of the digital health. So I think thank you so much. Now you're waiting for the session finish or मैं जाऊँ घर. So okay, the time is come. So if, yes, 1 minute, dear. If you want to contribute anything here with your experience in the clinical, please contribute. This is a very important thing for you also. In the clinical, you have any problem related to this health education to the patient? Yes? No? It's okay. So just we stop here. So thank you so much for the carefully listening.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a brief yet very informative and interactive session. After all, you all spoke something, huh? So, Madam told about digital health and some of the technologies which are definitely available in the areas where you are going for clinical or community practice. And I think she has also emphasized on the importance of using these technologies for patient empowerment and improving the health outcome. So I'm sure from tomorrow onwards, you'll probe into whatever technologies are available to your access and try to use them for patient education and empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A warm thank you to our respected speaker for her outstanding contribution. Your knowledge and research have been truly inspiring and insightful. Finally, we arrive at the last plenary session of the day, plenary session 7, chaired by Mrs. Lakshmi Pandey ma'am, Associate Professor, Sahara College of Nursing. I request ma'am to take the stage and formally welcome the speaker, Professor Pinky Devi ma'am, for this session. I request you, ma'am, to kindly felicitate Professor Pinky Devi, ma'am, with the live plant.
Good evening, everyone. Now this is last session. Maybe you are happy to listen that one. So I am welcoming here Professor Pinky Devi, madam. She is from ERA University. So I am not going to waste your time, and since madam also requested not to read much about her, so you can read by yourself. So, as she is a professor, so she is nursing expert. So, I am welcoming her.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Please connect it. Sir, please connect it. All the participants, my colleagues and my senior, we all came across our student life, and on behalf of student of nursing, I want to share my experience. I didn't come today to present an expert talk. I just want to present my experience on behalf of nursing student. We all did assignment. Yes? We suffer a lot. Where did you suffer a lot? When you are writing bibliography. Yes, we all suffer. In my time, I used to struggle a lot while writing bibliography. My teacher used to say, "Nahi, this is wrong. You have to refer again. Your author's name is not there. Age is not mentioned. The title is not mentioned correctly." And we used to search. We used to turn the page of the book, and we used to see where is the page number again, where is the year mentioned, which editor, who is the publisher. है ना, हम लोग पागल हो जाते हैं, isn't it? Now today is a digital world. We have to survive along with the digital, isn't it? So can you off this one? Yeah, this light. Yeah, this one, because my this one is this. Yes. How do you write a bibliography on your assignment? We suffer a lot, isn't it? I also suffer a lot. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It's difficult? Yes, it's very difficult. Which style of bibliography do you practice? Can you name it? एक दो बताओ. Vancouver, and APA style. Okay, very commonly we use Vancouver style. To make those bibliography, how to write bibliography very easy, today we have a software. I don't know how many of you are aware that we have a software. Please note it down, this is very important and it will save our time. The name of the software is Zotero. Zotero, this is a software. And we have many software, Mendeley is there, but for me it's handy. I use this Zotero, so I want to share my experience. This is the name of the Zotero. You have to, actually I have requested the committee members to inform the participant to bring laptop during your, while coming to attend the session. So you need to download this. www.zotero free downloader is there in the Google that you have to download, you have to install, okay? And you need to, after you install that, you need to connect in your, this page. This is one of my paper, Can you see I have circled red? Can you see in the MS Word? In the MS Word, this should appear, Zotero. If you have downloaded and if you have connected with the link, you need to do link with the MS Word, then only this Zotero will appear like this. To do this, how to do? After you install, okay, this is the front page, this is the home page of Zotero. You need to go to this second where can you see this edit? I will share this slide and this slide will help you how to work. Actually, I want to work with you, but you didn't bring your laptop. So you have to click to this edit. And after that, this page will come like this. And you need to select this preference. Can you see here? I have made it red circle. Preference. Okay, and next step is, after selecting this, the next step is, here, you can see this page will come. After you select preference, this page will come. Can you see that style? Again, I have made, one second. After selecting preference, next, this page will come. And here on top of this is the same page. I zoom it. थोड़ा मैंने size बड़ा किया है. Can you see style? What processor? Here you need to click. After that you need to click to the install Microsoft Word. That means your software, Zotero software and your Microsoft will link. Okay, if you click here. After that you need to click to this OK. And the page, the home page will show like this. Zotero will appear, okay? So this way, you have to connect. This is the first step. After that, how to add? I will show you my Zotero, this one file. This is the file. This is like a library. In this, you need to add the articles. This is like you are writing assignment. You refer 10 books. Yeah, you refer content that you need to add in the library. For that, here, this one, I have shown here, add item by identifier. DOI number is there, PubMed identifier number is there that you need to add. So this is how you have to add text citation. This is a text citation. When you're writing an assignment, if you have taken mostly from the Google page, some content you have taken, or somebody has published a paper, from that you have got this one, what is that, content, then you need to give citation from where आपने ये citation कहाँ से लिया है, किससे लिया है, किसके article से लिया है, you need to give citation in the text. Can you see here? I have given number 3, I have given arrow, and down 4 I have given. So in the text you have, if you are giving this one citation, we call it as text citation. And when you give this text citation, this software is very useful that they will click automatically bibliography also in the, this is how the bibliography will come. This is how automatically, you need not to search who is the author, what is the page number, and what is the year, okay, name of the journal. You need not to search. This software will help very easily. Actually, I want to do okay. This is my Jotero software. Can you see, all of you? This is, see here. Here I have added so many articles I have added. These are the articles, like this folder book you can add. These are the online book I have added, okay. Then regarding the, like this, you can open the folder. Can you see my cursor? Maternal diet, related to maternal diet. Both sari article I have downloaded that I have added here, okay. Can you see this one? Yeah. Then can you see this one? Upar. Follow my cursor. Here, plus. Can you see here? Here. See, any article, if you copy, I know you are running in short of time. I will show you only one, then. Say, see here, if you, suppose this is the, can you see, when I click here, ye jo study hai, this study, when I click here, in your left side, right side, sorry, this side, can you see the details of the journal is visible here. This details of this one, who is the author, what is the title of the study, ये सब visible hai. So this software is very useful. You can use this when you write a bibliography. And since this is a hands-on training, you can approach me. I will help you. Okay. Shall I conclude here, because this should be a hands-on training, but and we are really running in short of time, and I know that you all are very much tired from the morning. And thank you so much, all. I will help you for this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Such a fruitful session, but I will take tuition. I will make sure that my students would learn this. And other teachers' responsibilities also. Today itself, you please ask from her, take tuition, and then we will contribute in nursing field, okay? So it will be easy. Really, it is a struggling phase. I am also struggling.
Yeah, everyone is struggling. And I told you that on behalf of student, I learned how to use this software from engineering department and from agriculture department. I learned how to use this software.
Thank you so much, Pinky ma'am. Thank you, audience also.
To facilitate our speaker, Professor Pinky Devi ma'am, I would request Mrs. Anamika Chaurasia ma'am to kindly come on the stage and facilitate the speaker for plenary session 7.